There's this sweet Chabad rabbi that recorded a video in Los Angeles a couple of months back, maybe even a year back. I tried reacting to it once. I just sort of fundamentally disagreed with a lot of the positioning in the video about Jewish people. I'm going to give it another try. Here's a clip. I'm going to try not to be rude or contradictory, but I'll give you my honest thoughts. I'm Tala Traveling Clat, your favorite white colonizer. Let's take a look.
Made a comparison with the Israeli settlement as Atlantic, right? And like colonization in America.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, what is the why is that comparison inappropriate?
I'd be happy to answer you.
Okay,
do you want to talk for a minute?
No, I'll be back. Well, yeah, tell me right now. Like, it's been in my mind, like, because you know, one concern is like this issue of like, okay, you have Palestinian people that are living in that land.
Yeah.
And then you understand what happened, World War II, the Holocaust, all that.
Yeah, but what gives the Jews the right to just come in there? Maybe let me try to give you an example. Imagine you had Navajo Indians who were thrown off their land.
Yes.
And they moved to Europe.
Okay.
Imagine this. They moved to Europe. And after people try to kill all the Navajo, the world says, you know what, we got to put them back in Navajo country. And they come back. Would you say they're colonizers?
No.
So I want to tell you,
they're going back
that's
to where
they
were
were.
originally from.
Let me tell you a true story.
You clarify something.
I want to tell you a true story that no one disagrees with. Jewish people started out in the land of Israel. Jews comes from Judea. That's the name of that land.
Yeah, correct.
Now, what happened is people came in called the Romans, taken over the world, and exiled them and pulled them out. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Every single day, for 3 times a day, we pray. For the last couple thousand years, return us to Israel, return us to Jerusalem. We never stop. This synagogue is facing east when you go in, because Jerusalem's east. 3 times a day we faced east. We never forgot it for 1 minute. There were also Jews in the land, not so many. They were a minority because the Turks came in and these ones, there was colonization after, including the Palestinian people. They colonized it too. They're the Hashemite kingdom of Jordan. They're from Saudi Arabia. The Jews were always there in small numbers and never gave up on it. And then the world said, we need a place for you, so we'll go back. Did you know that in Israel, Jews and Arabs live together? That if they make a 2-state solution, they talk about this, make a 2-state solution, the Arab state will be 0 Jews, free of Jews like Nazi Germany dreamed, Judenrein, no Jews allowed. In Gaza, there were 0 Jews.
You don't support the 2-state solution?
I do support it, but I want it to be 2 real states.
This is why I remember I didn't support this video, and I couldn't react to it before because of the whole 2-state solution thing. Let's hear him out though.
In Gaza, there were 0 Jews.
You don't support the 2-state solution?
I do support it, but I want it to be 2 real states, which means either only Jews in this one, only Arabs in that one, which I don't agree with. I think we can live together. Or if you have an Arab state, why can't I live there? Why is it prohibited for a Jew to go to Saudi Arabia?
That's not cool.
Qatar, for the Olympics, they had to allow Jews only for this one thing, for the World Cup. Only Jews, they made a special change in the laws. A 2-state solution is a lie because it would be 1 Arab state and 1 democratic state where anyone can come. There are Arabs in the Knesset and on the Supreme Court in Israel. So the answer is we came and made a democratic state. There was one rule that any Jew from anywhere in the world could come back since it's their homeland. It was colonized before by the British. There was never a Palestinian country with a flag or a coin. If you see a coin that says Palestine, it's a Jewish coin and it's got Hebrew letters on it.
But somehow they feel that that's also their sort of...
And they're welcome. Right? They are welcome. Do you understand? They're welcome. Just don't try to kill everyone you see. They have a basic belief that as long as a Jew is on the land, it is an insult to Allah and you got to kill him. And if you can kill a baby in a kindergarten, you're a hero.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So that's a big... How do you work with that? They are welcome. If you will just behave and not kill. Now listen, I'm not judging a little kid who's born and raised, and it could be there's a soldier who mistreated him, but to call it colonization would be like telling the Navajo guy who comes back to Navajo country,
I hear that.
You're a colonizer because the Americans were here. If we give it back to the Palestinians, the whole thing, then the next day we should get it because they're colonizers. Fine, give it to the Jews. Then we're colonizers, give it to them. If you're going back in history, we were there first. If you're saying whatever you conquer, it's yours like everyone else in the gosh darn world, then just like America belongs to the United States, Israel belongs to us. So pick a lane. Is it whoever was there first? We win based on archaeology, based on history. It's undeniable. That being said, you're welcome. There's Christian sites, there's Muslim sites, and there's Jewish sites. And if you just won't blow yourself into pizza toppings, you can cut.
I agree with what we're saying. Like all that makes sense. And I'm thank you for clarifying that.
Sure.
It makes sense.
It's a good, I want to tell you what, it's a good question. Because if everyone in the country is talking about it, and you're hearing it from one side or the other side, it's fair to ask a rabbi and say, just make your case.
Yeah. So one thing.
I like it. I approve. He's a tzaddik. I love him. I don't agree with his 2-state solution thing. What am I going to say? I love him. He's my fellow Jew. I can disagree with him. He's my brother. I don't know him. I can disagree with him. Two-state solution is bullshit, Habibi. We know. It's not going to work. And, I'll even give him a little bit of bonus points there. I'll give him some brownie points because he said two-state solution, stipulated in a two-state solution that will never happen. You see, the thing is the Palestinians will never be like the Saudis. They'll never be like the Emiratis, which will allow a Jewish existence in their land. Their Palestinian state is predicated upon ethnically cleansing Jews from the land. If there's a Palestine tomorrow, we wake up and there's a Palestinian state in the West Bank, there will not be a framework for Jews living in Hebron, living in Nablus, living in Ramallah, living in places where they existed before, right? The Jews will not be allowed to live there. And if somehow brokered by the United Nations and America, there is an allowance for Jews to live there, tell me real quick a question. Do you think that a Palestinian government would protect the rights of Jews to live in a Palestinian state? Tell me honestly. You tell me really, based on everything you know about Palestinian society. Fuck it, don't even do Palestinian society. Arab Levantine society, Arabized Levantine society, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt. Tell me, is there one example in the region where you see the government of the country protecting the rights of Jews to live in it? So, for example, if Jews were to set up a shul in Ramallah or in Nablus and one day it gets firebombed by Palestinian extremists, can you see the government of Palestine going to protect its Jewish citizens? Please. Habibi, tfaddal, tell me. Do you think that would happen? In what fucking Rick and Morty backwards kangaroo court universe do you think that will happen? Tell me real quick. And this is why I always say, I'm going to give you some ammo right here if you're watching this. Anytime somebody tells you two-state solution, two-state solution. This is my catch-22 question for them always. Give me one moral or ethical argument to creating a 53rd Muslim supremacist state in the Middle East or a 22nd Arab ethno-state in the Middle East. What does that mean? We know that the Arabs will not protect anybody who's not Arab in those countries. And we know that the Muslims will not protect anybody's religious rights that's not a Muslim in those countries. Minus the Halijis, which they are not the Levantine Arabs. They are not the same at all. It's like a different universe. You know how they behave. You know how they will behave. Give me the moral or ethical argument to creating another Muslim state, another Arab, ethno-fascist, Islamist, supremacist state. Go. I'm waiting. I am yet to receive one normal answer to that question. And every time I ask it, they're like, well, because they've died and they've suffered. Okay, so of the Kurds, the Mandeans, the Coptic, the Assyrians, should I keep going? The Amazigh, the Chaldeans, where's their state? Where are the people fighting for them? They've been suffering for longer and for worse than the so-called Palestinians. Please make me the argument. Not one person in this world has been able to make the argument for me. I rest my case. I love you guys a long time. Shout out to the Rabbi. Goodbye, Klats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.